my YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the Vedic astrology chart using sidereal zodiac for Stephen Sondheim, uh, legendary Broadway composer lyricist who passed away recently. If you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see this constellation associated with Libra rising at 13 degrees and 16 minutes. Any planets that are within 5 degrees of that, we call that most effective point, have a lot of impact in the chart, like Saturn, Mars, Sun, Jupiter. All of those have huge impact in the chart. So let's look and see how the planets are operating, and then we'll see, when they were operating, because not everything happens all at once, the timing of events in his life, and then we'll see what we could have done to strengthen the chart. So we look to see where all the Multikona signs are in the chart to see what he's working on in this lifetime. So the Multikona signs are 1, Aries, ruled by Mars in the 7th house, so partnerships, possibly living abroad or living in foreign lands. Then we have the 4th sign of Cancer, ruled by Moon in the 10th house of career, working on perfecting his career. Then we have the 5th sign of Leo, ruled by Sun in the 11th house, so working on fulfilling his desires, connections, friendships, income. Then the 6th sign of Virgo in the 12th house, so looking to grow spiritually by letting go of attachments. The 7th sign of Libra, ruled by Venus in the 1st house, so really honing in on that person's life, what they came here to do in this lifetime, and having an impact. Then we have the 9th sign of Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter in the 3rd house of success through fine arts, performing arts, healing arts. Then we have the 11th sign of Aquarius, ruled by Saturn in the 5th house. This is learning about how to express himself creatively, to entertain others. So let's look and see how the planets are operating individually, and whether they're strong or weak. So we have Sun, again, ruling the house of income. So income through executive organizational skills that are attributed to Sun. And Sun is sitting in this 6th house of conflict, inner conflict, and some challenges. So it says that the Sun represents father. So his father left at a very early age, and then Oscar Hammerstein became his mentor. His childhood friend was Oscar Hamilton's son, so he got to meet Mr. Hamilton, and Mr. Hamilton became his father figure. Then Sun is weak because it's placed in a challenging house. Then Moon is weak because its landlord, Jupiter, is also sitting in a challenging house and is weak. So Moon can't be any stronger than its landlord. So Moon is weak, and it is conjunct Saturn, and so it is ruling the house of career. So it says you can have a career through all of the things that go with this 3rd house, this communication, through the fine arts and the performing arts. He's a composer, and the Moon itself gives great intuition and guidance, but it also can be some issues with his mother. And so he was estranged from his mother. She was quite abusive, and he didn't speak to her for like 20 years, didn't go to her funeral even. So then let's look at Mars. Mars is ruling the house of partnerships. It's placed in the house of creativity. So it says that his partnerships are created to Mars, passion and creativity. And also, it's weak itself because Saturn is weak. It's sitting in this house that is ruled by Jupiter, which is weak. So, caused some delay in marriage as well. He didn't get married until he was very late in life. And then Mercury, so any Multicona signs, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11, that are sitting in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th Dusthana challenging houses become malefic along with Rahu at Ketu. So in this case, it's Mercury ruling Virgo that can be challenging, and it's in old age, so it's weak as well. And this is the house of separations. So, and it's sitting in the house of creativity. So it says that there can be some separation in early part of life. So he was very isolated and emotionally neglected as a child. I think he went off to military school at a very young age because he didn't get along with his mom. So that and but you can connect that with his creativity, so he can express that through his compositions, and like West Side Story, that are very healing in nature. So then Venus is weak because it's sitting also in this challenging house. This is the house of health and healing, and so it rules the house of life purpose. So his life purpose is connected to healing others through his art, through his composition. And then Saturn is at 18 degrees. It is ruling the house of creativity and entertainment, placed in the house of fine arts, performing arts, healing arts. So, again, this is one of the things that made him this legendary Broadway composer. Now, also, it's slightly weak because, again, the landlord is weak. So there were some struggles, but Saturn gave the discipline and the hard work to be successful. Now, Rahu and Ketu are also close to the most effective point. So that says that they can be having an affliction to 6 out of his 12 houses. This configuration is learning to balance his own needs with the needs of his others, with his partners. And Ketu giving insights into his life purpose, Rahu giving ambition to have these amazing partnerships with these creative collaborations to create this amazing compositions for all these Broadway plays that he was very involved in. So, if you look at the timing of events, his parents got divorced in 1942 during a Rahu period. Again, unexpected events to his relationship with his parents. Then in 1957, he was acclaimed for West Side Story during a moon-sun period, career and awards, incoming awards for the West Side Story. And then his mentor died, Mr. Hammerstein, in 1960. So that was a Mars K2 period. Again, partner, relationship and death, unexpected events, K2. Then Sweeney Todd, another acclaimed composition during a mood period, his career period, at the height of his career. Got married in 2017, quite late in life during a Jupiter period. Jupiter represents husband in this situation. And then and transformational, life-changing event. Then he died. He had an accident in 2020, he tore some ligaments. I tripped, and that was during a K2 period. So unexpected events, K2 to the body. First house is the body. And then he died in his sleep just right after Thanksgiving dinner. And that was during a Mercury period. Mercury is end of life. And it was actually afflicted by Sun, if you look at the date of death. Afflicted by K2. So unexpected events to the longevity, end of life. Sun is also there. You know, the vitality of the body is gone. So these are the timing of events. What could we do to strengthen this chart? Well, he was already doing a lot of charity work that would take care of Rahu and Ketu, and Mercury would be giving to children's organizations, which he did do. So he's doing the remedies for transforming the malefics in his chart. The rest of the planets could be strengthened with a kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devata yantras for Saturn, Moon, Mars, Sun, Venus, Jupiter. And we have those on our website at vastucreations.com. And they also contain paramagnetic material that protects you from 5G. So a kavash means protective shield. It's strengthening the weak planets to give you more ease in your life. So thank you so much for listening. If you would like to know more or get a reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com. If you would like to learn Vedic astrology and even get certified, then you can go to, again, Vastu Creations courses, level 1 and level 2, transformational Vedic astrology.